Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use the free Traveline journey planner to plan a trip on public transport. So first of all you'll need to go on the internet and look for the Traveline website. So if we search for Traveline, it's the first result that's come up, traveline.info. So if you click on that you'll be taken to the Traveline homepage. And you can see that there's a map of the UK with all the different public transport regions. So I'm going to click on North East because that's where I'm based. And you'll be presented with a short form where you can enter all the details about your journey. So travel from, you can put in a town, a street, a stop or a postcode. I'm just going to put in Heaton as that's where I live. And travel to, same thing, I'm going to put Durham because I fancy a day out in Durham. Now the next field you can put travel via if there's anywhere specific that you want to visit on the way, but I'm not interested in that. I'm just going to go straight from Heaton to Durham. The next question is about the time. Now you can either put a departure time or you can choose to arrive by a certain time, which is quite useful because the planner will then work out when you'll need to leave in order to arrive by that time. So I'm going to choose arrive by, and I think I'm going to choose 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, with the date, you can specify which date you're going, so you can either choose today or sometime in the future, but I'm going to stick with today. You can then decide which forms of transport that you're happy for it to search. Obviously, you'll get more results if you are happy to choose any mode of transport, but if there's any specific mode of transport that you'd rather avoid, you could just untick it and then it won't appear in your results. But I'm going to leave them all ticked to see what results it comes up with. There are a couple of other options. If you need wheelchair access, you can tick this box here. And if you need a little bit more time when you're changing modes of transport, you can tick that box. When you're happy with what you filled in, if you click go, then you'll submit your information. Now it's asking me to clarify a couple of things here. Because I just put Heaton, obviously there are various different places in Heaton where I could leave. So it's asking me to be a bit more specific. And it'll give you various different options here. So I'm going to choose the corner house, because that's probably the most appropriate place. And again, in Durham, it's asking me where I'd like to arrive to, and it's giving me various options. I'm going to stick with the bus station because I think that's fairly central, so that's fine. So I'm happy with everything else, so I'm going to click go again. And here are my results. So it's got various suggested journeys. It'll give me the departure time, the arrival time, how many times I need to change, and the overall duration of the journey. And the summary, it's got little pictures summarising the different forms of transport. So walking, bus, metro, train, and then walking again. You can look at details of all these different journeys below. So obviously I said I wanted to arrive by 3 o'clock, so these two are a bit late, but this one gets me in at 2 minutes to 3 and I only have to change once. So that looks like quite a good one. That's leaving at 6 minutes past 2. So if I go down here, you can see this is the journey that I've selected, the 6 minutes past 2 one. And it'll break down your journey into all its different parts. So I'd need to walk to start with, then I'd need to get on a bus, and it'll tell me the bus number, where the bus is heading and who's operating it. Then I'll need to walk again to the central rail station. And then I'll need to get on a train, and it'll even tell you the platform number, where the train's headed and who operates it. And then it'll tell me where I need to get off the train, which is very useful. And then again, a little walk at the end. So that's a summary of the journey that I would need to take. That might be all the information that you need, but you can find out about how much it'll cost you by clicking the fares button. This will show any available fares. So here it's showing me that the bus ticket for an adult single would be £1.80. It hasn't got any information about the train ticket, but that's fine. And then if you scroll a bit further down, it'll show you any saver tickets, any season tickets that you can get on the bus and that kind of thing. So I can go back to the summary of the journeys by clicking the go back button. And if I wanted to have a bit more detail about this journey, I can click all stops. and it'll show me exactly where the bus stops and at what times, and again with the train. And I can see that the train only stops, the first stop is Durham, so that's really easy. So that's it really. That's all the information that you need, and you can do that for any forms of public transport anywhere in the UK. If you've enjoyed this tutorial, you might want to consider having tuition with Teach Me Tech, and you can arrange that by going to the website www.teachmetech.co.uk.